Hey guys, welcome to episode 8 of What We Watch in the Shadows. If this is your first time watching this video, either you've been a follower on the channel or just come across this video. This is my monthly podcast, just free lancing it, free ranging. I can't think of time word. I just ramble this, I riff it. But I basically just kind of go off on some movies that I watched in the previous month here, just some ones that kind of stood out to me. So if you're interested in this, definitely hit the subscribe button down below for any of the future videos that come out. This month, so the month of July, of a watch month, I really was like gun ho with just getting through movies and stuff like that. So in total, I just checked my Letterboxd, which if you're with Letterboxd or you want to join Letterboxd, links down below. It's kind of like Facebook with movie watching. People leave reviews, that sort of thing. It's kind of like IMDb, I guess, in a sort of way, but on a more social media involved, just because you follow each other and stuff like that. But anyways, 47 movies. I'm not exaggerating. 47 movies I watched. A few days that I was off of work where I was watching the baby. So then that being the case, I was watching like 3 or 4 movies that day because, what else do you do but while you're hanging out with the baby? You put movies on, that sort of thing. So yeah, 47. And if you guys don't recall the last episode, I mentioned that I was really going to press on watching Criterion movies. I had a bunch. I'm going to try to film a Criterion collection video here shortly because I won't say I have the biggest collection, but I think it's grown significantly over the last few years since I've been kind of chipping away and purchasing those type of movies. So I do have a few here that are from Criterion, but I usually try to do 3 or 4 movies with these videos, and that was the case, not the case this one, because it was kind of challenging because, don't get me wrong, like there were even more good movies that I saw this month, but some of these just kind of really stood out to me, or I just kind of wanted to bring up here because maybe they're obscure titles that maybe not everyone's ever heard of, or they're just ones that really just stood out to me just because I was just like, wow, this was really impressive. So not going to really go in particular order. I'm just going to kind of riff really fast because we want to get this video on a decent time frame, and it's some movies, it's like people have already seen these, so that sort of thing. But the first one is Matilda. So I haven't seen this movie. I don't even own it on physical media until now. This was a Amazon Prime Day deal they had on the Steelbook 4K. So, but this was like, it brought me back such childhood. Like, I don't know, just the voiceover with Danny DeVito telling the story and everything. It's just like, I don't know, start to finish. It was just a really smooth, enjoyable movie. Like, I just, all the actors and the characters that you have in this film, from like her family and the quirkiness to freaking Paul Rubens is the detective, like FBI agents investigating their family, and then the Trunchbull principal and the school and all this stuff, and the whole cake scene with the kid. I don't know, these are just memories that as a kid I remember seeing this movie in the theaters and like growing up. I was just like, oh man, this just brought me back. And I don't know, I had to mention that one because it's just, again, it was just really enjoyable to watch. So I'm sure everybody's heard of or seen Matilda. So another one that's probably, again, more common, but not sure if everybody's seen it, was this movie called Searching with, John Cho from the like American Pie movies and that sort of thing, and Harold and Kumar. But anyways, where his daughter goes missing. I don't know, the sequel is actually called Missing, but this was called Searching. But anyways, she goes missing, and he's like, it's all basically point of view of his computer screen. And I don't know, I thought with that type of story and that type of style of filming, like, is this really going to be interesting? And it was, I thought. It kept me going throughout the entire film, like start to finish. I was very invested. I felt like wanting to know what the outcome of this. There's a couple twists and turns that you're thinking it's leaning towards, and then it goes another way and that sort of thing. So if you haven't, it got certified fresh from Rotten Tomatoes. I think it was like an 80 or 90 score. So it's definitely got the critic reviews there too as well. So definitely worth a watch. It's, only an hour, I think 40 minutes-ish or so, like that. Some not a super long movie, perfect timing and everything. So definitely give that a watch if you haven't seen it before. Now, I mentioned Criterion. I got 3 here, and then I got another foreign-ish film. But I figured I'd do most of the Criterion one. I do these 3 Criterion ones just because they just stood out to me the most. So, but I'll do the foreign one first. And that's Train to Busan or Busan. I can't know sure how it's pronounced, so I'm butchering it. But anyways, um, this is a zombie apocalypse type film based on a train. And like when I heard that premise, like going around on like social media talk, and then finally saw the trailer, I was like, I gotta see this movie. It you can buy this brand new a lot of places, but it's sometimes hard to find out in the stores. So I kind of waited and then found a good deal for it secondhand. So, but yeah, zombie movies in general are always fun to me, especially if they're the fast paced ones. But really well done, I thought, for the being a foreign film and all. The acting is not bad, actually pretty good. And yeah, just again, it's if you're into zombie films, it's a fun movie, I think. So definitely worth a watch. It's not entirely on the train, but majority of it is. And they kind of add. It's cool because they add some like different variables to zombies. Like not every zombie movie just could be always the same. You get bit, you turn, that sort of thing. And it's like in this case, it's like you bit, but you almost kind of convulse and like have like a seizure, and then you turn. But also they can't see light or can't their perception of depth and stuff in the dark they lose. So you just kind of freeze and they like can't see or know what's going on in front of them. But I think if you bump into them, then they'll get you. But that was kind of just because they basically go through these parts where they're going through tunnels and they're like, okay, this tunnel is like a mile and a half long and the train's going this speed. That means we have exactly 2 minutes to go through this train and this cab or car to get to the next one, that sort of thing. So it was kind of interesting perception they did with that. So yeah, let's go through the 3 Criterion movies that I decided to pull out of the stack over there of 47 movies. First one is, I guess this is more of a well-known just because it's more recent. Everybody was talking about it too, but it's Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler. Just performance of his life, I think is one of, if not his best performances. I have a not guilty pleasure. I guess I still have a soft spot for Reign Over Me as his best performance, just in my personal opinion, because there's so much emotional like background of that movie and that sort of thing. So, anyways, Uncut Gems. He is this like jewelry store owner dealing with gambling debts and that sort of thing, trying to come up it and get out of this hole that he's in with these bookies and that sort of thing. The ending, oh my God, I'm not gonna say anything, but the ending I did not see coming. So that was a mind shock right there. So definitely check out Uncut Gems. It is on a little bit of the lengthier side, I believe. Oh, no, 2:15, so it's not 2 hours 15 minutes. So, but yeah, if you want to see a great performance by Adam Sandler, actually acting and stuff. I'm not saying he doesn't act, but like, a serious role where he does a great job. Definitely give it a watch. Next ones, we'll go with the next more recent one, which would be from the 80s, 1981, which is Blowout with John Travolta. My buddy had been telling me about this movie all the time when we go Criterion shopping, and then for years, and I finally pulled the trigger and picked it up this past Criterion sale. But basically, John Travolta is like this camera. He uses audio for filmmaking and stuff like that. He does the audio and like the sounds and stuff like that. And he is out there filming like ambient noises and stuff like that. They're trying to get for the background noises for his movie. It's funny because he does like horror movies and stuff. And he's out there, and then they basically witness and capture audio of this car that crashes. And inside of it is a like relative or a political figure with a woman, and John Travolta rescues and saves the woman, but then the political figure dies. So there's this whole spiel where they think like the car had a blowout in the tire and they crash. When John Travolta's investigating, they think that there was actually a hit, and he thinks he heard a gunshot that shot the tire. So this whole investigation process that he's trying to basically figure out, because police are kind of involved in it too, and they're trying to say no, it's nothing happened, that sort of thing. It was a blowout. There was no, hence the name Blowout. But so definitely worth a watch. Brian De Palma film. So Brian De Palma, who's done some big movies, Scarface, Carlito's Way, those sort of things. So definitely worth a watch if you have not seen that one. So last, but certainly not least, like I said, I want to get through this pretty quickly because we have a bunch of movies here, but it is a movie called Peeping Tom. Now, buddy online told me about this movie. I literally never heard of it. It is an older movie, 1960. But it is a horror movie. Basically, this guy is a photographer and like videographer, and he's documenting him, like his victims, and like he's kind of like it's kind of like Psycho-ish almost, where he's got this charm and he's subduing these women and that sort of thing, and then he brings them back, and then he's like documenting him like killing them because he was like abused as a child and all sort of thing. So it's kind of similar to Psycho and that sort of thing. But yeah, Peeping Tom, an older flick, so it, you know, if you're okay with the monotone sounds and everything, but still visually really well done. I don't know, just colorful shots, because especially with the whole video part that he does with the movies and stuff like that, his videos, just really impressive. I thought it was a really good film. So Peeping Tom, definitely worth a watch. So, but yeah, that is the month of July. Like I said, quite a busy one. I try to go through as many as I can now, because I guess I'm trying to play catch up. And when I have this downtime, I just try to crank through the movies as quickly as I can. Like I said, there's plenty of other movies on here that were of equal ranking, like in terms of the star reviews that I gave them. There's plenty of bad movies too, that were just like wasteful thinking to watch. But you know, they were in the purchases, so I had to watch them at least once to say I did. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for your time watching this video, and I hope you guys see you in the next one or in any other post videos that come up, and I'll see you later. And as always, take it easy. See ya.